Welcome to this overview of sorting algorithms. Today, we are going to explore how computers organize data efficiently. Sorting is a fundamental concept in computer science, used everywhere from arranging your files by name to ranking search results on the web. Let's dive in and understand the strategies behind these algorithms. First, let's define what sorting actually is. Simply put, sorting is the process of arranging data in a specific, meaningful order. This could be numbers from smallest to largest, or words from A to Z on the screen. You can see an example of an unsorted array of numbers on the left, and that same array transformed into a sorted sequence on the right. Why do we spend so much time studying sorting? The most important reason is efficiency. When data is sorted, we can find what we are looking for much faster using algorithms like binary search, which cut search time drastically. Sorting is also crucial for analyzing data, like finding the median value, and in computer graphics for rendering objects in the correct depth order. Before looking at specific algorithms, we need to understand a few key properties. First is stability. A stable sort maintains the relative order of items with equal values, which is important when sorting complex data. Second is memory usage. We distinguish between in-place algorithms that use minimal extra memory and out-of-place ones that need more space. Finally, time complexity tells us how the algorithm's speed changes as the dataset grows. Let's start with the simplest algorithm, bubble sort. It works by repeatedly stepping through the list, comparing adjacent elements and swapping them if they are in the wrong order. Imagine air bubbles rising to the top of a drink. Similarly, the largest unsorted values bubble up to their correct position at the end of the list with each pass. It is easy to understand but quite slow for large datasets. Next is selection sort. This algorithm divides the list into a sorted part and an unsorted part. It repeatedly scans the unsorted section to find the absolute minimum value, and then swaps it with the first unsorted element. It essentially selects the best candidate and places it in order one by one. Insertion sort is the algorithm you likely use intuitively when playing card games. You take one card at a time from the unsorted pile and compare it against the sorted cards in your hand, shifting them over until you find the correct spot to insert the new card. It is very efficient for small lists or data that is already mostly sorted. Now we move to faster, more complex algorithms like merge sort. This uses a divide and conquer strategy. It recursively splits the list in half until each sublist has only one item. Then, it merges these sublists back together in sorted order. Because it breaks the problem down, it is much faster than the previous methods for large datasets. Quicksort also uses divide and conquer, but in a different way. It picks a pivot element and partitions the array so that all smaller elements go to the left of the pivot, and all larger elements go to the right. It then recursively sorts the left and right sides. In practice, quicksort is often the fastest general-purpose sorting algorithm. To wrap up, let's compare what we have learned. Algorithms like bubble, insertion, and selection sort are simple but generally slow, with a time complexity of n squared. They are best for learning or very small tasks. Merge sort and quicksort are significantly faster with n log n complexity, making them the standard choices for real-world software applications. Choosing the right one often depends on whether you need stability or have memory constraints.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.